What's up guys, this is Adam Boyd back with Adam Reviews, and today I wanted to talk to you about a trading strategy called Divergence. Okay, so I've been kind of doing some research on YouTube and I've been noticing that the Divergence videos are getting a lot of views right now, so that means that there's a lot of people looking it up, trying to figure out what Divergence means. And if you're trying to figure out what it means and how to trade Divergence, I just wanted to give you some examples of Divergence on the indices that I like to trade with. Also, if you haven't got involved with trading yet and you don't have a good broker, I would recommend getting involved with Inga. I will have a link in the description below. And also to go to my site kangarooguide.com and get the free guide that I created to show you how to trade Kangaroo Tails, which is a strategy out of a book called Naked Forex, and it works really well. It's a one candle price action strategy. Also make sure to go to my website in the link below, kangarooguide.com, and check that out. It's completely free, and then you'll get all the information and you'll be able to stay up to date when I go live and all the other things. So I'm going to take you in and show you exactly what divergence is, first of all, because obviously we want to figure out what is the definition of divergence. So I'm just going to pull that up real quick. Okay, so we are at investopedia.com. I'm just going to read what the definition of it is. What is divergence? Divergence is when a price of an asset is moving in the opposite direction of a technical indicator, such as an oscillator, or is moving contrary to other data. Divergence warns that the current price trend may be weakening and in some cases may lead to a price changing direction. There is positive and negative divergence. Positive divergence indicates a move higher in the price of an asset is possible. Negative divergence signals that a move lower in the asset is possible. So here's a little chart. I'm going to show you guys with the indices that I like to trade here in a second. Okay, so divergence can occur between the price of an asset and almost any technical or fundamental indicator or data. Divergence is typically used by technical traders when the price is moving the opposite direction of a technical indicator. Divergence isn't to be relied on exclusively, as it doesn't provide timely trade signals. Divergence can last a long time without a price reversal occurring. Divergence is not present for all major price reversals. It is only present on some. Divergence in technical analysis may signal a major positive or negative price move. It also gives some good investment advice. Divergence is when the price and indicator are telling the trader different things. Confirmation is when the indicator and price, or multiple indicators, are telling the trader the same thing. Ideally, traders want confirmation to enter trades and while in trades. If the price is moving up, they want their indicators to signal that the price move is likely to continue. As it's true with all forms of technical analysis, investors should use a combination of indicators and analysis techniques to confirm the trend reversal before acting on divergence alone. Divergence will not be present for all price reversals, therefore some other form of risk control or analysis needs to be used in conjunction with divergence. What that's saying is you don't want to just rely on just divergence when you're entering trades. You want to have multiple indicators or multiple confirmations before you enter a trade. Okay, so I've found that this works really well with Kangaroo Tails. So if you can get a Kangaroo Tail and then divergence at the same time, you can get some really big moves. And I'm going to show you a move that I got earlier. It's about 180 pips. I actually bagged $393 on a divergence trade earlier on the DAX 30 index. So I will show you that trade as well and show you just some other areas where there is some divergence and kind of show you what that means exactly. So we're going to go in here to our Ingot broker real quick. Okay, so we are in here and I wanted to show you this first one on DAX 30. There's some divergence here and I'm going to show you how to find divergence. So what I like to do, you can either use the MACD indicator or the RSI. What I like to use is the RSI indicator. Okay, and so naturally it'll be in your back office here. You'll just go over to your indicators and go to RSI and you'll drag that onto your chart. You'll click OK. Okay, and so your RSI will show up and automatically it'll be at 70 and 30. Here is where the lines are. Okay, so what you're looking for is for two different parts to go over the 70 or two different times for it to go under the 30. Okay, and then you can kind of determine which way it's going to go. Now if it's under, so I'm going to just show you real quick. Basically you're looking for two different moves and you're looking for an opposite direction move on the RSI than on the regular chart. Okay, so we're gonna just pull out a trend line here, and what we're gonna do, so you can see it went over the 70 here. Okay, so we hit a high point right here on the RSI. So I'm gonna just do that, and then you can see that down here it barely touched it, but it did touch right here on a second time. Okay, so you can see that the trend is going down on this trade. Now we're going to look at our chart. Okay, so right here when it's at the very top, it reaches a high at that very point in time. Okay, so that's, as you can see, it was going up and it reached a high right there at that point. Okay, we're going to just put another trend line here and you can see from here to here, all right, it was going down. Now from here, when it was at its high point, to here, it's going up. So this indicates divergence. Okay, so this means that, you know, the RSI is going down. It went 2 high points over the 70, and then at those same points it's continuing to go up. So you could have actually bagged right here. You can see as soon as it hit this point, it dropped down over 1,000 pips there. Okay, so this is on the 15-minute chart, but over 1,000 pips you could have gotten on this divergence trade. All right, and then even if you would have held it, it could have gone down another 300 pips, so up to 1,300 pips on this divergence trade. All right, let's go look at the US 30 real quick. Same kind of deal happens here, but it does miss the hitting the second time. But overall, you can see there's kind of a downward move right here, and then it ends up going down. Okay, so let's go back to another. Let's scroll back a little bit, because the market is closed right now. It is Friday. It is 5:16 right now Eastern time, so the market is closed. So the reason I also don't like just trading divergence is it doesn't happen all the time, and you'd be waiting for trades for a while. So like for example right here, all right, this one would be very close to divergence, but the problem is this is pretty much straight across here, instead of, like, you see how this is going down on these 2 points where it goes above right here. This isn't really like a new high up. This didn't reach a new high, so that wouldn't be a good divergence trade. Okay, so here's one. It barely is a divergence trade, but you can see that we get a high point right here. All right, and then it barely slightly goes down here, like in the slightest bit, but still you can see if we put another trend line over here where this was, and then to here, it's a very big uptrend. So you can see that once it hit this point over here, it dropped down, okay, right there. So then it did drop down another 1,300 pips right there. You could have caught on that divergence trade. All right, so this is the US 30. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart here. All right, so for example right here, we've got a divergence trade. Let's take a trend line. We've got one, and then we've got another point where it goes over the 70 on the RSI, and then you can see up here that we have a high point and then another high point, and then as you can see, it drops down immediately 1,200 pips and ultimately 4,200 pips off that divergence trade. So that's how easy this is, guys. Here's another divergence trade. So as you can see right here, we have a divergence. This is going down, and up here it's going up. So as you can see with the kangaroo tail right here, we got a second indication. Okay, and then it ended up going down a ridiculous amount right here. Okay, I don't have the thing right on me, but you can see that it dropped down quite a bit on that divergence trade. Let's watch a trade that I did live earlier today. We caught 133 pips, and this actually ultimately ended up being a $393 trade. Okay, so you can see this right here. We had a sell on DAX 30. I got $393 in profit. Okay, so we entered at 12,987.6 and exited at 13,006, and it actually only took 2 minutes, and so we gained almost $400, so $393 in 2 minutes just using divergence. Okay, and also I just want to throw this in there, you know, don't trade money that you don't have to lose, because trading is risky. You can lose a lot of money trading if you don't know what you're doing. So, you know, and you're not guaranteed to make money with any strategy out there that people are pushing, and if they're guaranteeing it, they're pretty much breaking the law. So I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work for you the way it worked for me, but on this very trade, I did gain $393. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit so you can see all the numbers here. And as you can see, I just went in here. I just closed the order right here. I don't want to have to make you guys watch the whole thing. So you can see I clicked close order at 133 pips. The RSI was up here, so we had divergence. We had over the 70. We had a line going down while going up. And then I closed it right here after it went down 133 pips, and like just as easy as that, in 2 minutes we gained $393 in our account. So it's that easy, guys. If you want any more information about trading, you want to learn how to incorporate kangaroo tails with this divergence strategy, make sure to go to kangarooguide.com and check that out. And also, if you want to get more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and like and leave a comment below if you'd like to as well. Thanks for stopping by this video, guys. I will see you guys soon, and good luck trading. See ya.